A story from Karnataka that's dominated national headlines is the Congress going ahead with this massive Padayatra amid the third wave, amid the pandemic. Thousands of Congress workers have been gathering on a daily basis. They've been marching by foot, no masks, no social distancing. And while there's been a lot of criticism, what seems to have finally woken up the authorities is the Karnataka High Court stepping in. The Congress today will be holding a meeting in some time from now to decide on the future of their Padayatra. And Nolan Pinto will be getting us the latest details on that front. But before I take this across to Nolan, just a quick primer on the entire story and how the government now has invoked the Disaster Management Act to say enough is enough, end this protest.
A Padayatra amid a COVID wave. A super spreader march allowed to go on for too long. And those leading this yatra looking visibly unwell as they cough and sneeze unmasked in public. The Karnataka Congress leadership remains defiant and won't test for COVID. Karnataka Pradesh Congress Committee Chief D.K. Shivakumar has been endangering lives for over 4 days now. Even children haven't been spared. This when many Congress netas themselves are testing positive. Seen here is Congress MLA Shivashankar Reddy with D.K. Shivakumar. Reddy tested positive for COVID on Tuesday.
Mr. I'm fit, fine. You can't compel me. I know the law of this land. Tell your Home Minister, I'm perfect. How can I help the Chief Minister? Home Minister, Health Minister, Chief Minister.
The Karnataka government has issued several warnings to Congress workers to stop their yatra. The Karnataka High Court has stepped in, asking the state government to inform it by January the 14th whether any permission was sought for Mekedatu Padayatra. After the High Court wrap, the Karnataka government is applying brakes on the Padayatra by invoking the Disaster Management Act. It has banned vehicular movement of Padayatra participants.
ನೋಡಿ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಏನೇನು ಮಾಡಬೇಕು ಅದು ಮಾಡಿದೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ನಾವು ಅವ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಎಫ್ಐಆರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ 3-4 ಎಫ್ಐಆರ್ಗಳು ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಈಗಾಗಲೇ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ 33 ಜನ ಒಂದರಲ್ಲಿ 41 ಜನ ಮತ್ತು ಇತರೆಯವರು ನಿನ್ನೆದರಲ್ಲಿ 61 ಜನ ಮತ್ತು ಇತರೆಯವರು ಅಂತ ಹೇಳಿ ಬಿದ್ದಿದೆ ಅವನ ಕೇಸನ್ನು ಟೈಟ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇದ್ವಿ ಯಾಕಂದರೆ ಕೋವಿಡ್-19 ಹರಡದಿದ್ದ ಹಾಗೆ ತಡೆಯುವಂಥದ್ದು ನಮ್ಮ ಬದ್ಧತೆ ಇದೆ ಈ ಕಾರಣಕ್ಕಾಗಿ ಕಾಂಗ್ರೆಸ್ನವರಿಗೆ ನೋಟಿಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ವಿ.
Karnataka is reeling under the COVID upsurge with 21,000 cases in one day and nearly 1 lakh active cases. But the Congress has refused to call off the march so far, saying the Padayatra will go on.
ನಾಳೆ ಪಾದಯಾತ್ರೆ ನಡೆಸ್ತೀವಿ 14ನೇ ತಾರೀಕು ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವ್ರು ಏನು ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ 14th ಕೇಸ್ ಹೋಗಿದೆ 14th ಏನು ಆದೇಶ ಮಾಡ್ತಾರೆ ನೋಡೋಣ ನಾಳಿದ್ದು ನಾಳೆ ಅಂತೂ ಪಾದಯಾತ್ರೆ ಇರ್ತದೆ
ಕೋರ್ಟ್ನವರು ಅಬ್ಸರ್ವೇಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಮಾರ್ಗಸೂಚಿ ಉಲ್ಲಂಘನೆ ಮಾಡ್ತೀರಾ ಇವೇನು ಕ್ರಮ ಕೈಗೊಂಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ
ಅದು ಸರ್ಕಾರಕ್ಕೆ ಕೇಳಿರೋದು ನಮಗಲ್ಲ ಸರ್ಕಾರ ಉತ್ತರ ಕೊಡಬೇಕು
ಸರ್ ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಏನೋ ಬೇಡ ನೀವು ಪಾದಯಾತ್ರೆ ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಸರ್
ಕೋರ್ಟ್ ಆದೇಶ ಗೌರವಿಸ್ತೀವಿ.
Will the netas who continue to put their personal interests over citizen safety now face the law? Bureau Report, India Today.
Let's take this across to Nolan Pinto. He's joining us live from Bengaluru with the latest updates. Nolan, good morning. At this point, considering the amount of pressure from, the Karnataka High Court, from the government as well now, the Congress could well be also rethinking this entire Padayatra, especially because of the fact that many of the leaders who were a part of this protest have also tested positive.
Well, good morning, Akshita. Hopefully good sense prevails because as of now, the information we are getting is that at 10 o'clock at the Ramnagara Congress office, D.K. Shivkumar, the KPCC president, will be having a meeting with all senior leaders. You're talking about MLAs, MLCs, ex-MLAs, MLCs to chalk out what's their next step. Because as of now, what we are learning from our sources is that after the Karnataka government came out with this order that was signed by the Chief Secretary, D.K. Shivkumar last night refused to accept the order. The police in the middle of the night had no other option but to paste the order. Imagine this. They had to actually go to the gate of the Congress office and paste it over there. he refused to accept it. So as of now, we have to wait to see what really happens at 10 o'clock. Will good sense prevail? Our sources also tell us that DK Shivkumar, considering the fact that from Sunday has been going on, regardless of 3 FIRs registered against him and other leaders, we are getting information that maybe other senior leaders and Congress workers will not continue with the Padayatra, but that DK Shivkumar with a few leaders will continue to walk. So 10 o'clock meeting is very important to know what really happens. But the Karnataka government all along has only been talking, and only after the High Court came down heavily on them, criticized them, that they actually got tracked together and came out with this order banning the Padayatra.
You know, questions will be asked of the Congress of why they're going about so recklessly with this kind of a Padayatra. Questions will also be asked of the government of why they were treating this issue with kid gloves instead of cracking the whip on day one itself. Nolan, thank you very much for joining us for the moment with all those details.